Page 144. Yes, and a small book. Madhav Hik. Madhav Bahut Nirash.
Page 96.
माधव हे बहुत मीना के कारिका हे माधव हे बहुत मीना के कारिका देहि तुलसी देह दया जानी नजरो विमो दया जानी नजरो विमो दया जानी नजरो विमो दया जानी नजरो विमो राधा धनाई दे दो बोलने क्षमा पाओगे धनाई दे दो जब तुम करोगे विचार जब तुम Oh
Om Ajnanatirandasya Gyananjanashalakaya Chakshuramitin Asmai Shiguruveno Guruvego Chandaya Radhikaya Kala Krishna Krishna Bhaktaya Namo Namo. We are celebrating Srimad Bhagavatam from Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj. And this what the result we listening from Srimad Bhagavatam. There's 10 control giving lecture devotion telling Nivita Tarasha Rupagivanat Bhava Aushada Shatra Monoravya. There's like Shukra Goswami telling like so many variety kind of people can get in benefit, like who is Bhava Ausha means like take birth and death. Every living being coming take birth and different according to karma take different species. Like human, he can go to animal go to water. It's like cycle going death and birth. He also getting benefit. Also, who is like Nibrito means have no material desire. Also, who have this like Shukra Goswami telling Agmara Munaya, who have like no self-satisfied. They also getting addicted. This is Srimad Bhagavatam giving every qualified living being and getting benefit, like Dhruva Maharaj. He's telling this Akamo Sharvakamo Mokshakama Hudaradi Tiprena Bhakti Jagana Jajata Purushapara. Akamo means you have no desire, material sense. You also listening, get a benefit. Akamo, Sharvakamo. You have like all kind of desire, material, so on, he wanted. But you listening, Harikatha, Bhagavat Shravan, also like Udarodi means like, this is my favorite part. I like to do much prasadam. Everybody complain. See, Udarodi means like, fulfill your stomach so much. That's for telling like, God only for he getting benefit from his dad kingdom, because he want to sit in his dad lap, but his stepmother telling, oh, don't know, you are coming to sit in your dad, this is not your dad. His stepmother, we have to take birth, my own, and then sit in your dad lap. But she getting angry and go to like crying, this and happen and meet with Narada Rishi. That's the result. Saying like, he have actually desire to like sitting his dad lap, but he not desire to worshipping God, but she getting pure devotee, changing. Similarly, I'm not telling anybody, just myself, more than like darkness, people, materials, enjoyment, that's happened we anyhow contact Gurudev, that's happened our life changing. That's like Bhagavat saying, Dhruva Maharaj tried want to materials enjoy, but this is anybody getting focused, devotional service after hearing this materials world like poison. But this is Krishna, anybody doing for first desire for coming, and Krishna is fulfilled. You have accident, you have to go to hospital, cure. That means we have material desire, we have to suffer for this through way and go liberation. That's why heaven like he getting kingdom like 60,000 years, enjoy this material world, and after he getting Dhruva. That's happened. We are listening to also like we are so lucky. This is like Radhamanu Sambad, and they are giving like telling like Krishna Bhakti Rasa Bhavidamati Kirtan Jadi Kutopi Labhate. This slope telling this world has so many devotional service like Four Sampradaya, Lakshmi Narayan, and Alasam Nimbam Sampradaya like Dwarakadesh, this and that. But they are telling this is like we are so extremely happy because Krishna Bhakti Rasa Bhavidamati Kirtan Jadi Kutopi Labhate. Janma Kotir Shukritina Labhate. Means you like one crore lives getting Shukriti. You cannot getting this kind high test like Broja Prem. That's what have our Gurudev to distribution. Even when millions lie maybe behind me myself. So not ever think about high things how Gurudev gave it. That's Gurudev always giving like Braj Katha, pushing our ear to and putting a high heart and created a like impression. Therefore like everything's like Gopi also same thing telling like anything is a medicine have always have affected. In knowingly eating or unknowingly. Similarly we have did not know how his Gurudev gave, but we thinking that our ear and coming our heart, that's when we have big changing. According to every which have samskara qualification, that's happened we lucky. We getting like such a high Srimad Bhagavatam high topic like Broja Prem. Give to Gurudevas and always have to holding this and always that we are in debt life after life Gurudev was thinking, but we have to always like Bhagavatam so many places telling like this is like telling 11 canto, this is like Tata Dushanga Utsiju Shatsu Buddhiman. Shatsu Sajate Buddhiman means like we have like always have to do Tato Utsiju. Man, I have to give up Dushanga, bad association. Shatsu Buddha. Shatsu intelligent person always have to take association with sadhu. This is the key also same thing like we are calling like Sharanagati. Anubula Shankarupati, same level, like same parallel slope. And this is the key. Everything's like we have listening from Gurudev, but according to we are practice our life and that's we are develop our. That's like our Guru were telling. This is bricks of phale parishay. Means a tree is recognize its fruit. That's no matter how look nice tree, but fruits come in, that time see this how stay healthy. Similarly, bhakti means like a 11 canto same thing telling, just as the bhakti Bhagavat, Sarvagune Samasata. Means like that telling this is, you doing how much proportion bhakti or there have be to like good quality. There's no like mixing. There's no way like that's just telling like Krishna Surja Sama Maya Andhakar Jaha Krishna Taha Nahi Maya Adhikar. Means Krishna Bhakti means like sun and dark is like Maya. That's how much we service. Bhakti means service. Like any like Shaunam Kirtan, this is 9 kind, Prahlad Maharaj telling also Kishore Das Kaviraj telling Sadhu Sangha Bhagavad Sevam Mathura Vas Shraddha Murti Sevam 5 kind. 5 kind you're doing one thing, so it's Sadhu Sangha easily getting a Krishna. Like I remember one giving class in Mathura, this is one telling Sadhu Sangha Bhagavad Sevan and Krishna name Mathura Vas and Murti Shraddha Sevan. A Panchanga means like 5 kind, anything so you're doing like with Sadhu Sangha easily getting like Krishna means like attractive for devotional service. Therefore we always try to, this materials will always wondering, problem, but we have to take like always opportunity Sadhu Sangha. This is the key. This is like Sadhu Sangha, Sarvastastika, Lavamatra Sadhu Sangha, Sarvasiddhi. Means like Sarvasiddhi means like this is no materials gain. Sarvasiddhi means Pancham Purushartha. We have to establish our Krishna Prem. Tulayam Lavena Vino Sharvam. That's telling this materials wall and heavenly planet. Never can equal anything given to like Sadhu Sangha is like as valuable. Bhagavat telling that way. And also like 1 canto to 9 canto telling everything space like how to living being have that desire like telling what's God. And Dhruva Maharaj and also like Prahlad Maharaj, his Gyani Bhakta, or same thing like 5 canto, how to be Helen's planet, what thing doing, what thing result coming. And that's where they later going like Chitraketu Maharaj, that's happening, or all the showing like 9 canto, everything's like that's how to our obstacle life, like on earth. And 9 canto after getting Ramchandra means like etiquette. Where we live, have to follow that etiquette. Which place, that's like Ramchandra means like well educated. That's like his Marjana Purushottam. He broken the law, that's the we have to establish our life, that's the almost like on earth to go away getting the high class. That's like high class stage. And then go to like Haskar, Krishna, Leela. It's otherwise Krishna is almost looking like human being, and because we are human being, a bad impression. Immediately reverse come, negative affected come in our head. I don't know whoever I feeling like. This is like that's happened like Srimad Bhagavatam. First canto telling Tada Rajastamo Bhavalo Kamadasya Cheta Yete Vanavidam Satyasthitim Prasiddhati. They are telling you have like mode of ignorance, mode of passion, always there have produced your lust and hankering coming. This which have heard always this is fighting going on, does not matter. But we are step on there, go up, go to mode of goodness, you can peaceful. That's the like biggest stage we feeling like my realize like we have that mode of passion, mode of ignorance. There's some this thing is like hitting our heart, and there's like accident coming and fighting produce. That's what I'm telling Srimad Bhagavatam. We have to establish our mode of goodness. Also like 11 can also telling this. This is like bhakti devotional service door is gateway less mode of goodness. That's like also Shiv Thakur told Parvati Sattam Vishuddham Vasudeva Shabdayidam means Vishuddha Sattva. Therefore telling like this is like Prem coming Shuddha Sattva Visheshatma Prem Shuddhancha Sangubha means like they are so high. Have to like we have complete destroy our heart mode of goodness, and then can This is things really come realize this Krishna constant, otherwise like disturbing. This Bancha Kalpade Bhashya ki Bhashan Nirocha, Vidanam Bhava, Vaishnava Bhava, Namanam Maharaj Kripa Karben.
Vande Gauri Chandraya Radhikaye Sanalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadu Bhaktaya Namo Samsara Dukkha Jaldasya Patitasya Kama Krodha Kavli Kritasya Durvasnasya Nigirtasya Nirashayasya Chaitanya Chandrama Vadehi Padavalamam Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Rajayamudiriye Ya Swanubhavam Akhishuti Saramekam Adhyapadipam Mithishate Tamavandam Samsar Karuna Purana Guhyam Tam Vyasanupayami Guru Muninam Nashtaparaishu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavatam Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhakti Bhavti Nashtaki Vrindai Tulasi Devi Priyai Keshava Sacha Krishna Bhakti Prade Devi Satyavate Namo Namah Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Everyone, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuran ki Jai. Srimad Bhagavat Praman Amlam Yad Vaishnav Nam Priyam. The most favorite scripture of all the Vaishnavas, Srimad Bhagavatam, which speaks about the glories of the devotees more than the glories of the Lord. Srimad Bhagavatam Adi Madhya Anteshu, beginning, middle and end, speaks about the association of sadhus. So we are hearing the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. We heard in detail about Srila Krishna Dvaipan Vedvyas and also about Sri Shukdev Goswami, the speaker of Srimad Bhagavatam. But the audience, the listener is also that important. And in this case, the listener is many sages and many yogis, many jnanis. But on the top of that, Shri Parikshit Maharaj, the descendant of the Pandavas, who are dear and very near to Krishna. The glories of Pandavas. Also mentioned in Brihad Bhagavatamritam. So, in first canto Srimad Bhagavatam, Shri Vedvyasi, he described some portion of Mahabharata, where the glories of Shri Krishna be narrated. Mahabharata. To advertise. Right in the beginning he advertised Satyam Param Dhimahi, which is called Vastu Nirdesh Atmak Mangalacharan. There are three kind of Mangalacharan. Shri Kaviraj Goswami described in Chaitanya Chaitamrita. Namaskar Atmak, Ashirvad Atmak, and Vastu Nirdesh Atmak. Mangalacharan means invocation. Invoking the mercy of the Lord, praying obeisances to Him, Namaskar Atmak. And Ashirvad Atmak, praying for one's mercy and for the audience. But very important is Vastu Nirdesh Atmak Mangalacharan. Vastu Nirdesh Atmak means what is the Vastu described in Srimad Bhagavatam? What is the subject matter of Srimad Bhagavatam? To be very clear. That's Vastu Nirdesh Atmak. What is the subject matter of this great scripture? We're hearing so much about him. Even Brahma, he hears Bhagavatam. Shiva recites Bhagavatam. Krishna himself, as Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, hears Bhagavatam. Great scripture. But what is the subject matter of the scripture? What is the Vastu? And it described Vidyam Vastam Atra Vastu Shivadam Tap Trayana Mulanam. Srimad Bhagavatam described Vidyam Vastam Atra Vastu. Not an ordinary object or a material object. Vasta Vastu. That is Shri Krishna, who is not ordinary personality, who is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Many places in Bhagavatam, Sud Goswami, Shukdev Goswami, even Ved Vyas, making us aware and alarming. Don't take this otherwise, and don't be easygoing. Not an ordinary person or a young boy attracted towards the young girl is performing or manifesting these pastimes. Be careful. Bhagwan Abhitaratri. First verse of Rasa Leela is Bhagwan, who is about to perform this pastime. He's just beginning this festival. Actually, Bhagavatam itself is festival. Balram Prabhu begins saying this, oh, we are here in this festival. And my ears immediately got alarmed. Festival. Yes, it's true. This is a festival. Festival for the ears. Festival for the Vaishnavas. Festival for the bhakti to grow. Festival for the merits, for the credits, and sins getting destroyed. And therefore, two places in Bhagavatam, Shukdev Goswami described about festival. Two great festivals. One is 10th canto, the birth of Krishna. Nandastu Atmaj Utpanne Jad Halad Mahamana Ayu Vipraved Gyad Snat Suchir Alankrita. Just by hearing the news that Yashoda has given birth to a beautiful boy, Shri Nanda Maharaj, they start dancing in ecstasy. He went to Jamuna, took bath in Jamuna, and applying tilak, he distributed diamonds, jewels, gold, celebrating this festival. Shukdev Goswami declared this as a festival, Nandastu Atmaj Utpanne. So this festival Shukdev Goswami described in Vyatirek, indirectly. Not any word festival is present in this verse. But it present as a festival. Nandastu Atmaj Utpanne. Who has taken birth in the house of Nand Maharaj? Personification of Anand, bliss. And Brahm Sutra declared that bliss to be a sutra Anandmay Abhyasat. Anandmay Abhyasat. Brahm Sutra. Now Brahm Sutra means what? Aphorism? Aphorism, right? My English is not that bad. Brahm Sutra. Janma Dasya Yataha. This is one sutra. Only just I can say the short, a brief way of expressing. But if you elaborate in that, then it's too vast. Another sutra says, Anandmay Abhyasat. And then other sutra says, Anavritti Shabdat, Anavritti Shabdat. Repeat the names, repeat the names. This is exactly how we say Hare Nam, Hare Nam, Hare Nami Kevalam. In the church they say, praise the Lord, praise the Lord, praise the Lord. Anavritti Shabdat, Anavritti Shabdat. Repeat the names, repeat the names. Keep on chanting, keep on chanting. So who has taken birth in the house of Srinad Maharaj? Krishna. But Anandmay Abhyasat. Personification, bliss has taken birth. And because of that bliss, Srinad Maharaj is dancing and is distributing so much. More than expectations. That's the festival about. But there is another festival which Shri Shukdev Goswami directly declared with his lotus lips. And that's actually a festival. Yeah. Nivritta Trishya Upagiyamanad Bhavoshi Shodar Manobhiramad Kauttam Shlo Gunanubhavad. Shukdev Goswami, the beginning of those who have given up all their Nivritta Trishya Upagiyamanad, all other desires now. And the best Aushadhi, the best herb. What is that? Uttam Shlok. Means Krishna. The descriptions of Uttam Shlok Krishna. Why is Uttam Shlok? The meaning of Uttam Shlok is one who is described with the best verses. One who is praised with the best verses. Who's Uttam Shlok. Another meaning is one who by coming in contact with the verses, beautifying the verses. Means those verses which declare the glories of Krishna, those verses get beautiful and praised in the assemblies of sadhus. And that Utsav which, the festival which Shri Shukdev Goswami directly declared is Aho, Ras Utsav Sampravarto. Ras Utsav. Directly declaring this festival. Ras Utsav Sampravarto Gopi Mandal Manditaha. Yogeshwarena Krishna Tasa Madhya Dvedve. The festival began where Yogeshwarena Krishna. Krishna who is Yogeshwar means worship and praised by the yogis. Why the word Yogeshwar? Because Krishna expanded himself in so many forms. The yogis expand themselves in so many forms. If, who's that in the water? If Saubhari Rishi can expand himself in 50 forms, which is a yogi, a Saubhari Rishi, expand himself in 50 forms. Why expanded himself in 50 forms? To worship the Lord. To get married with 50 daughters of King Mandhata. Then what to speak Krishna? Yogeshwarena Krishna, one who is praised by the yogis. He expanded himself in so many forms. But Chakravarti Thakur describes, no. There's only one Krishna who is dancing with so many gopis alone. But it is seen as he has been expanded in so many forms. And that's why Yogeshwarena Krishna, Tasya Madhya Dve Dve. Bilmangal Thakur, he commented on this verse saying, Anganam Anganam ta antar madhavam, madhava madhav cha antar anganam. Two gopis and one madhav. Two gopis and one madhav. Two gopis and one madhav. But actually there's one madhav who's dancing with all the gopis. It's just one madhav. But it looks like he expanded himself in so many forms, like a fire band. That's the festival. I mean, Ras Leela itself is a very detailed subject. But Vedyam Vastam Atra Vastu Shivadam Tapatrayan Moolanam. Srimad Bhagavatam is what? Tapatrayan Moolanam. The best way to get out of three tapas. Adi Devik, Adi Bhautik and Adhyatmic Kaleshas. Recently happened in Hawaii, right? Where? Huh? I get difficult to pronounce this. Maui? Maui. Maui. है ना? This is Kalesha. Can't escape. Can't escape. So many people died. So sad. है ना? I'm going to go there Tuesday. I want to chant Mahamantra for all those people who got suffered there. I want to chant Mahamantra for them. And all devotees there are going to request them, for some minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, just Mahamantra for benefiting those people. Tap trayana moolanam. But is dying is a tap? Means a calamity? No. Dying is ultimate truth. Praninam mrityum dhruvam. Anyone who has taken birth is going to die. So this is not a tapa. Tapa means? That's tapa. Tapa means calamity. Dying is not a calamity. We chose to come here. Nobody forced us to be here. So if we are here, we have to abide by the rules and regulations. And one who has taken birth, certainly to be die. This is not the tap. The tap is, the other meaning of tap is separation. The greatest calamity is the separation from our origin, from Krishna. And what Srimad Bhagavatam does, it bridges the gap. Tapatrayana moolanam. Even though tapatraya means the 3 kaleshas, but I'm presenting in a different way. The worst tap is the separation from Krishna. But the most surprising fact is we don't feel that separation. Srimad Bhagavatam is bridging that gap. Not giving us peace, but giving us a restlessness to understand you have actually separated from your origin. Bhagavatam is giving us this understanding and inspiration. Feel this, realize this by constantly hearing Nityam Bhagavatam Sevaya. Constantly hearing Srimad Bhagavatam and serving Bhagavatas. Then you will begin feeling and understanding you got separated and develop that separation mood. Tapatrayana moolanam. That Srimad Bhagavatam does. So subject matter of Srimad Bhagavatam is Sri Krishna. And therefore first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, especially this portion of Mahabharata, description of a small little Mahabharata, not complete Mahabharata. So Srila Ved Vyas, he took one portion of Mahabharata in the first canto to highlight what? Bhakt Vasalata. The affectionate mood of Krishna towards his devotees. So Srila Ved Vyas, being very compassionate, highlighting this quality of Krishna in this first canto, because this is considered the lotus feet of the Lord. And the lotus feet of the Lord is compared to as what? Netai pada kamala koti chandra sushitala je chhaya e jagata juda. Compared to what? Nitai pada kamala. Kamala means lotus. Koti chandra, moon. And je chhaya, shade of a tree. Which tree? Kalptru Vriksh, desire fulfilling tree. So compared with the lotus feet of the Lord is compared with lotus, moon and Kalpataru Vriksha, desire fulfilling tree. And one thing common in these three is soothness, soothing. Lotus is soothing, moon is soothing, and the shade of a desire fulfilling tree is also soothing, right? And other comparison of the lotus feet of the Lord is said, Abhe Charanar Vindare, which gives fearlessness. So, O sadhakas, O readers, O listeners, right from the beginning, keep this in head. First canto is the lotus feet of the Lord. First and second canto is the two lotus feet of the Lord, which gives what? Fearlessness. And which is giving soothing, soothness for those whose hearts are burning in this material world. For them. Therefore, Bhakta Vassalata, amongst all the qualities of Krishna, Vishnu Chakur Thakur described 18 potencies of the Lord. Tushti, Pushti, these are 18 potencies. But these 18 potencies of Krishna, they fully and wholesomely depend on the Karuna Shakti. The Karuna, the compassionate potency of Lord is the prominent amongst all other potencies. Means all other potencies are submissive to this compassionate potency of Lord. That compassionate potency of Krishna, he express when it comes to his devotees, not to the yogis, not to the jnanis, not to the karmis. So therefore we never heard anyone saying, Jnana Vatsal Bhagwan ki jai, Jnani Vatsal Bhagwan ki jai. Never heard this. Or Yogi Vatsal Bhagwan ki jai, or Karmi Vatsal Bhagwan ki jai. Never heard. What we always hear, Balo Bhakta Vatsal Bhagwan ki jai. Krishna, who is very affectionate towards his devotees. And he himself says this. 11th canto. Na sadhyati mam yogo, na sankhya dharmuddava, na yogas tapastyago, yatha bhaktit mamorjita. Anyone who's smoking, Srila Bhaktivedanta Bharati Goswami Maharaj used to say, how foolish are these people? How stupid are these people? You buying a packet of cigarette and right on the top of the cigarette is written, what? Smoking is injurious to health. Seeing this, but again smoking. Is it an intelligent decision? The company itself writing there, this hazard, this injurious to health, still is smoking. Not believing in the fact what is written there. So those who don't follow what Krishna is directly saying, how are we going to address those people? Unintelligent. They're not intelligent. Unintelligent. Krishna is saying this to Uddhava. Na sadhyati mam yogo, na sankhya dharmuddava, na yogas tapas tyago, yatha bhaktir mamorjita. I cannot be controlled or attained by any other process, not with any yoga process, no jnana process, no karma process, no other process, no ashtanga yoga process. As yatha bhaktir mamorjita, as with bhakti towards me. What kind of bhakti? Many names of that bhakti. Nirguna bhakti, amala bhakti, shuddha bhakti, pure bhakti, and uttama bhakti. Same meaning. Yatha bhaktir mamorjita. I'm easily get controlled. And that's why first canto Bhagavatam described Bhakta Vassalata, the affection of Krishna. That's the nature of the first canto by description of Shri Parikshit Maharaj, the listener of Srimad Bhagavatam. But actually, is Srimad Bhagavatam is meant for Parikshit only? Is Shri Bhagavad Gita is meant for Arjuna only? Krishna chose them, specifically chose them, to speak Bhagavad Gita not to Arjuna but to all of us. Srimad Bhagavatam for all of us, not for Parikshit. These two recipients of the great compassion of Krishna, Krishna being Supreme Lord directly speaking to Arjuna, and Krishna wants his recipient of mercy Parikshit to directly hear from Shukdev Goswami, who has Tadatme oneness with Radharani. Srimad Bhagavatam. Therefore, Swadu Swadu Pade Pade. Each and every step, complete relishment of the topics. Imagine Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu going South India for many reasons. Traveling South India, visiting temples, converting devout people, meeting Gopal Bhatt Goswami, changing Shri Venkat Bhatt. Many reasons. Giving prema to animals. But what is his prime purpose? To hear from Shri Ramananda Rai. What to hear from Shri Ramananda Rai? Ras Vichar. The topics of rasa. How Krishna, as Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, is so restless to hear this on topics. Shunvatam Swakatha Krishna Punne Shavan Kirtane Hide Anto Sayha Badrani Vidnotim Suring Satam. The toxins which are called anarthas, which is inherent in the heart, how those anarthas can be cleared out. Not with any shampoo or soap, not with Epsom salt to detoxify yourself. It can only be cleared up with Shunvatam Swakatha, only with the Katha of Krishna. Nashtaparayasho Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavat. Also this verse declared this. But that's not only the purpose. Oh, by hearing Bhagavatam, my abhadras, my unwanted desires will go. That's the result of Bhagavatam. Don't conclude like this. There's the beginning of the process. Until what stage? Keep on hearing Bhagavatam until what stage? Shavansu bhadrani rathangi pani janmani karmani chayani loke kitani namani tadarthakani gayan villaj acharena sangaha evam uktam priya evam vratam sapriya nama kirtai jat anurag dhrit chuttuchai hasati rodati roti gayanti anandman nirtanti lokabhajyai. Keep on drinking this unless you come to this stage of Shavan Subhadrani Rathangi Pani. Unless you start crying and weeping and rolling on the ground and laugh like a mad person. To develop these transcendental symptoms and ecstasies, keep on hearing Bhagavatam. So is the glories, the mahima of Bhagavatam is not only restricted to just clearing up those anarthas. That's going to happen by default. But it is the best means to become mad. To become a crazy person. That's what crazy person does. Laughing, crying, weeping, and sometimes rolling on ground. And don't care about who speaks what. A mad person, does he care or she care about what people are saying? They're in their world. But this is transcendental craziness. There's a spiritual madness, transcendental madness. Nobody cares what people are going to think about me. So, they're not practicing crying, laughing and rolling on ground. It's not practicing. It's spontaneous result. So, Sri Sutu Vacha. Sri Sut Goswami describing. The question was being asked, we want to hear the glories of the descendants of Pandava, the Parikshit Maharaj. And the description starts with the Mahabharata. The battle Mahabharata, which happened for 18 days. And so many people were killed. How many people were killed in Mahabharata? How many people? Any idea? Any figure? Any guess? 100 million? Huh? 64 million. My God. What a great battle. Srila Gurudev lecture. You will be surprised to hear what he said. In Gurudev lecture he said not even one person got killed. Because this Dharam Kshetra Kurukshetra, Krishna is directly saying, Na jayate mriyate va kadachin. Soul never dies. Soul never takes birth, soul never dies. It's eternal. Gurudev said not even one person died in Mahabharata. I was surprised to hear this in Gurudev lecture. Anyhow. So battle was over and Duryodhan, he's just lying on the ground, helpless, about to leave his body. Bhim, with his club, Gada, hit on the thighs of Duryodhan, which is against the rules. But Bhim did this because Krishna said this. And when Krishna said this, then Mahabharata described, Satyam Pratishtatam Krishna, Satyamat Pratishtatam. Wherever Krishna is present, the truth is there. Wherever truth is, Krishna is present there. Even if Krishna tells lies, it's a truth. That's contradictory. It's called Viruddharamashray. Any good word for describing this? Viruddharamashray? Gopa Prabhu? He's like contradicting. Opposite. Contradicting his own nature. Viruddharamashray. Yada yada hi dharmasya glani bhavati bharata. I come to establish dharma. But those who are following dharma, you killing them. Who's saying this? Kunti Devi. If we have time, we're going to come to that point. Kunti Devi is saying, and Vishnu Chakra Thakur giving commentaries on this. You come to establish dharma, but Bhishma, who's following dharma, you inspiring Arjun to kill him. What is this? It's called Viruddharamashray. Contradicting his own. He's the ultimate truth. Even he tells lies. That is truth. But we need a vision and understanding to comprehend this, to understand this properly. How his lies is truth. That need very high understanding, elevation of consciousness. He cannot tell lies. Oh no, but in Braj, in Gokul, he told lies. He tell lies there. At Gokul Brahman Ghat, what he did? He ate mud. That's a direct example. And he came to Mother Yashoda. Open your mouth. Kana, yes mama. Eating mud, no mama. Open your mouth. Ha ha ha. Isn't it Krishna telling lies there? Naham bhakshitam amba. Sarve mitha vishnasina. O mother, I have not eaten mud. Naham bhakshitam amba. O mother, everyone is telling lies. But believe my word, I am not telling lies. This open lie, right? But this is not lies. And that's his Sanskrit. Naham. If we divide this word na and hum, and if we make this word together, naham. Naham means I have not eaten mud. So this is lies. And if we divide the word naham, Krishna is saying, mother, what to speak of mud? I have eaten the complete universes. This all in my stomach. So where is the lies? Each and every word emanating from the lotus lips of Krishna is ultimate truth. Ultimate truth. Cannot be lies. Is he telling lies to Radharani saying, or flattering Radharani saying, Na pare hum, I cannot repay your debt. I cannot repay your love. That's not lies. Ultimate truth. Because actually he can't. He's helpless there. So, Krishna indicated Bhim, and Bhim, he hit on the thighs of Duryodhan. Duryodhan is lying helpless. And his best friend, a man is known by the company he makes, or friendship he makes. There's a verse, right? And which is true. Birds of the same feather flocks together. Who can be the friends of Duryodhan? Of the same consciousness and of the same mentality. Ashwathama, even though the son of Dronacharya. Dronacharya is Gurudev. But his son, friendship with Duryodhan. He could have been friends with Pandavas, those who are righteous. But what he chose? Friendship with Duryodhan. It is what? The result is according to what we choose. Duryodhan. If we say Duryodhan, very sympathetic on Duryodhan, oh, he's gone through a lot because of just very stubborn nature. And there was no facility around him to develop his Krishna consciousness. So be sympathetic on him. But that's not true. He was having the best opportunity. Best and the best opportunity. More than the Pandavas. To get along with Krishna. To become the servant of Krishna. And what was that best opportunity? His Gurudev, Shri Baldev Prabhu, Balaram. Balaram Prabhu was his Gurudev. And learning what from Balaram Prabhu? Just the art of club fighting. That's all. How foolish. Unintelligent. Pandavas didn't have this facility. And what Balaram Prabhu cannot give, if even for one day would have told to Balaram Prabhu, begged to him, requested to him, I know I'm very stupid and I know I'm very stubborn. I know I'm very ill-minded person. But can you please bless me and change me and transform me? Because I'm hearing this from my uncles, Vidura. I'm hearing from grandsire Bhishma. I'm hearing from Gurudev Dronacharya and Kripacharya that Krishna is supreme. But I have no inclination. Balaram Prabhu, can you please help me? And what Balaram Prabhu would have not given to him? Just by hearing a polite request. But there was no polite request. He lost that opportunity. Similarly, there is some Duryodhan Tattva also in us. In some portion, Duryodhan Tattva is also in us. What Gurudev would have not given, what Prabhupada could have not given, what Acharyas could have not given, getting association from them, serving them. What is the situation? Still there. Anchor is just right there. Vanchitosmi, vanchitosmi, vanchitosmi na sanchaya. Vishwam gaur rase magna, sprash apitna tad bhavet. I got deprived of this facility which was right in front of me. And I could have taken the best advantage of this. But like Duryodhana, I was so much stubborn with my own understanding and intelligence and my attachments to my own self. I deprived of that opportunity. That's why Duryodhana Tattva is in some portion in me. What he could have not attained? Everything. But Duryodhana can't see Krishna. Krishna came as messenger of peace. Shanti Dut. That's the greatness of Krishna. All these topics which are mentioned in first canto, a portion of Mahabharata, only highlighting one point. The affection of Krishna for his Pandavas, for his devotees. Bhaktavassalata. What he has not done for them became a messenger, a supreme Lord who has a high profile and is coming to the Kauravas in the palace of Dhritarashtra, who is blind by birth and blind by his intelligence. And Krishna is with such a humble mood, wanted to have peace and came as a messenger of peace. A messenger, just a dut, a messenger, renouncing his high profile just for his Pandavas. And he told directly Duryodhana, what I'm going to say, Pandavas not going to refuse me. And on the behalf of Pandavas, being the representative, I came as a messenger of peace. And I'm only requesting you, keep your kingdom with you. Just give them 5 villages. Because they are son of King Pandav. They should have their rights. They can rule over 5 villages. There is some maryada. Krishna always kept maryada. He can't tolerate transgression of maryada. As I was speaking in Australia, the Govardhan Dharan Leela, Krishna lifting Govardhan. There are many reasons why Krishna wants Nand Maharaj to stop the worship of Indra. There are many reasons. Amongst those reasons, one very prominent reason is, underline this and focus on this. Krishna is seeing this is transgression of Maryada. Indra is the king of demigods. And demigods, they are prominent in mode of goodness. Whereas Nand Maharaj and my Brajvasis, they are not in mode of goodness. They are beyond 3 modes of nature. And they are situated in Vishuddha Sattva. Understand? It's not even Shuddha Sattva. It's a Vishuddha Sattva. Where is Vishuddha Sattva and where is mode of goodness? There is no even compatibility. Mode of goodness is so inferior and Vishuddha Sattva is so superior. And how dare Indra, you are so inferior and you're getting praise and worship from Vishuddha Sattvas? This is transgression of Maryada completely. And what is this happening? My Nand Maharaj, my Brajvasis, they are Vishuddha Sattvas. But out of humility, they are praising and worship Indra. How dare Indra, you accepting their praise and worship and the offerings? I'm going to stop this. I'm going to stop this. And therefore he presented many theories. Karma Mimamsa and many other theories, because he want to stop, because this is transgression of Maryada. Similarly here. He comes from so high profile to such low profile. Duryodhan, the Maryada says, they are son of the king, Pandav. Okay, you keep your kingdom, just give them 5 villages. That's all. I want to give them their rights. And what Duryodhan said? You cowherd boy, what you know about Kshatriyas? You remain in your Maryada and do your cow grazing. What do you know about Kshatriyas? I'm not going to give you a land equal to size of a pinhead. Even this much. Krishna said, I came to have some peace, but I don't think so I'm able to help anyone, and there's going to be a destruction. And Duryodhan said, destruction? You think we're going to get destroyed? I'm going to destroy you. And Bhishma became mad at Duryodhan. What you saying? Are you in your senses? To whom you speaking? Dronacharya chastised, Kripacharya chastised. And Duryodhan is keep on speaking and speaking and speaking. Bind him right in front of me. That's inetiquette. No one can punish or bind a messenger. That's inetiquette. And on the top of that inetiquette, that Krishna is Supreme Lord. How dare Duryodhan can say this? And then Krishna expressed his universal form. Means, not universal form, but his Koti Surya Samaha, his effulgence, which is million of suns all together. No one was able to see Krishna, and they got blind. So much effulgence. Oh, can't see. Vidura can see. Bhishma can see. Why? They have good eyes. And everyone was having some eye problems. Yes, they have good eyes. Because when they came from their home, they put a mascara on their eyes. And what is that? Premanjan churitam bhakta vilochanayana santa sadev hideshu vilokayanti yam shama sundar achint gun sarupam govindam adi purusham. They decorate their eyes with kajal, a mascara of prem. And that's why they are able to see Krishna. So, Mahabharata took place. So many things happened there. And Krishna spoke Gita in the middle of Dharam Kshetre Kurukshetre. In that Dharam Kshetra. Why Kurukshetra is Dharam Kshetra? Because Krishna is there? No. Kurukshetra is addressed as Dharam Kshetra even prior to Krishna came there. Kurukshetra became Dharam Kshetra because Parshuram, after killing Kshatriyas so many times, how many times? 21 times. He performed 5 great yagyas at Kurukshetra. Samanta Panchakam. 5 great yagyas at Kurukshetra. Since then Kurukshetra is Dharam Kshetra. You know? So Ashwathama approached Duryodhan. Oh, my friend, I can't see you in this situation. I'm so sad to see you. And this is also because of your faults. Duryodhan said, what fault? You never made me commander-in-chief of the army. And that's why you're suffering today. If you would have made me the commander-in-chief, I guarantee I fulfill all your desires. Still, there's a hope. We have not lost. Make me commander-in-chief and I can fulfill all your desire what you want. Duryodhan He took a blood which was flowing from his thighs and he gave a tilak, a mark on the forehead of Ashwathama. Imagine. The tilak which we put is the gopi chandan, the foot dust of the gopis. Even then our mind is wandering in all directions. Yeah. The foot dust of the gopis, for which everyone is longing and hankering. We apply every day. Still it's so difficult to control the urge of mind. And if anyone getting the tilak of blood on forehead, what's going to happen? Or that thoughts, blood thoughts. Ashwathama, while Ashwathama has said, yes, thank you so much for making Commander-in-Chief, we still have a hope. So tell me, what you want? How can I serve you? Now you're my best friend. Duryodhana said, I want 5 heads of the Pandavas. That's only my desire. Ashwathama said, of course, I'm going to get this. While walking around dusk, he was sitting under a tree and he saw a scene there. A scene is owl has attacked the nest of the crow and killing the babies there. This is Mahabharata. This a very envious and hostile mood between owl and the crow. Once upon a time, the birds, they had a meeting. Funny story, huh? They had meeting that, what shall we do? How shall we proceed? Who's going to be our protector? Owl said, our head of our community is Garuda, and he has no time for us. He's always busy. He's a carrier of Bhagavan. We have to change our leader. Because who's going to save and protect us? He has no time for us. So you all choose to whom you want to make the leader. Then the bird said, okay, can you become our leader? He said, of course, why not? Then some of the birds said, yes, this is a good idea because in the daytime we are awake and we can protect ourselves. The trouble comes in the night when we all go sleep. And owl, he don't sleep in night, so he's going to be our protector, a guard moving around. And everyone said, yes, Owl Maharaj ki jai. He's going to be our leader, president. But the crow, he said, not at all. This is stupid idea. Garud is our leader and is the best leader. The best amongst all the birds because he's a servant of the Lord. Even though he has no time for us, because he's a servant of Lord, we all are saved and have protection under his wings. And he further explained, you know who's Kag Bhushandi? Kag Bhushandi is the crow who always recite the pastimes of Lord Ram. He knows the glories of Garuda. So the crow said, no need to change owl. And you know you're making him leader. And you know what he's going to do? You're all going to sleep in night and he's going to come and eat all of you. His nature is mode of ignorance. While leaving Garuda. And everyone said, yes, he was telling true. So Garuda is our leader. And since then, owl has such envious mood towards crow. You took over my seat, my asan. So Ashwathama saw this scene and he got this clue. When the Pandavas were sleeping in their camp, I'm going to go there and chop off their head. I will kill them. He got this clue by seeing this scene. You know, many scenes give us some inspiration. Such a ill inspiration here. And this is because of also the tilak of blood on his forehead of Ashwathama. So Ashwathama came where the camping is going on. All Pandavas were about to take rest, and Krishna, affectionate towards his devotees, say, Pandavas, oh, don't enter your camp today. Come in my camp. It's been long time. We have not spent time together. Mahabharata took place 18 days. We're going to speak nice talks and sleep in my camp today. Pandu said, okay, but we can't keep our camp empty. What shall we do? Okay, we're going to put our sons there. 5 sons of Draupadi in the camp of the Pandavas. And all Pandavas came to Krishna. And after talking, they went to rest. And Ashwathama came in dark with his sword. He killed 5 sons of Draupadi, chopped off their head, and took their heads to Duryodhana. At midnight, Draupadi, mother, she came to see how her sons sleeping. Are they okay? Well, but she saw 5 sons have no heads. They've been killed. She screamed loudly. And Pandavas woke up in hassle. What is this? Draupadi is shouting. What happened? They got to know 5 sons got killed. Arjun is in so anger. Bhim. Arjun said, Draupadi, I'm going to bring whoever the person is, I'm going to bring and throw your lotus at your feet. And Yudhishthira and Bhim pacifying Draupadi, mother who lost 5 sons. Imagine. And Ashwathama brought these 5 heads to Duryodhana. Duryodhana, you see, I told you, you made me commander-in-chief of army. I alone did what you cannot do for so many days. You want the heads of Pandavas? Here you go. Head of the Pandavas. Duryodhana is wondering, how is possible? That quick? And is that easy? He said, Ashwathama, I want the head of Bhim. He was only my enemy. So Ashwathama brought a big head. And Duryodhana, with his hands, he crushed that head out of his anger. And then he got surprised, astonished. Ashwathama, I want some light. I can't believe this is a head of Bhim. I can't believe. Light a ghee lamp, because it's was dark. When he lit, there was light, and then Duryodhana saw 5 heads of children, young boys. Duryodhana became so sad. He condemned this activity of Ashwathama. Go away from here. I don't want to see your face. What you did? You killed 5 small boys? I condemn this activity. Go away from here. You're not my friend anymore. Even he condemned that. And Arjun found out from the spies moving around that Ashwathama was moving around this camp. Arjun understood it must be Ashwathama who did this. Krishna and Arjun on the chariot, so much anger, running after, chasing Ashwathama. And Ashwathama is seeing Arjun and Krishna like death personification, running from him. And Arjun is chasing Ashwathama. Ashwathama saw Arjun is very close to him and is going to kill him. So he applied what? Brahmastra, the nuclear weapon. Arjun became so surprised. Krishna, Keshav, what I'm going to do now? What shall I do now? Keshav, Krishna said, Arjun, Ashwathama, he knows the art of shooting Brahmastra, but he don't know how to take back. He don't know this. So shoot one Brahmastra, from your side, from your end, and bring both Brahmastras towards you. Don't make them cross or hit each other. Otherwise, today is going to be a destruction. And as advised, Arjun took both the Brahmastras back. And then he shoot arrow on Ashwatthama and bind him with a rope and dragged him like animal is getting dragged. Dragged like this. And Arjun throwed Ashwatthama to Draupadi. Here is the person who killed your 5 sons. I promised you, I fulfilled my promise. Draupadi, just give me order, I want to kill him right away. And Draupadi said, what are you doing? You're my husband. And he's a Brahmin, first of all. And secondly, he's a son of our Gurudev. How can you treat him like this? It's not mentioned in the Shastra. It's not mentioned in the Shastras. The Brahmins can be abused or can be killed. No Shastra say this. He's a Brahmin, and on the top of that, he's a son of our Gurudev. You can't do this. But Draupadi, he's the one who killed your 5 sons. She said, still, he is son of our Gurudev. And Krishna was smiling. That's why Draupadi, I love you so much. That's why Pandavas, I love you so much. Because you all follow dharma. You all follow dharma. Even at this point, Draupadi lost 5 sons and the killer is right in front of her. How would you going to react? Kill him. But Draupadi, no. Maryada. There's etiquette there. But Bhim came forward. No, Arjun, kill him right away. I'm ordering you. Because he's Atatai. Atatai means terrorist. Terrorist is one who burns someone's house and who's killing people around. And in scriptures it is said, if you kill terrorists, you're not going to get any reactions. So Bhim ordered Arjun, don't spare him. Kill him right away. Arjun got bewildered. What shall I do now? Draupadi is saying something else. Bhim is saying something else. Arjun looked towards Krishna. What I'm supposed to do? Krishna said, I don't know. It's your decision. You have to decide. So, what Dharma says, follow that. What Bhim said, your elder brother, follow his order. What Draupadi is saying, follow that. And what is pleasing to me, follow that. And Arjun becomes so thoughtful. And he took out the jewel from the forehead of Ashwatthama and threw him out. Scriptures, Shastra says, a Brahmin or of any prestigious person in the assembly, if getting abused or thrown away from the assembly, that's equal to his death. That is considered as his death. Any renowned, prestigious person or a Brahmin getting abused in the assembly and thrown out from the assembly, that's equal to the death. So Arjun didn't kill him, but that is equivalent to him killing him. Such insult. And Krishna smiled, Arjun, that's why you follow dharma. That's why you're very dear to me. Ashwatthama ran away. And then Ashwatthama threw 5 Brahmastras on the 5 Pandavas now. Arjun became bewildered. Keshav, what to do now? Every time Krishna is advising and protecting them. So he destroyed 5 Brahmastras. Many stories in between, but I'm cutting short. But then, finally Ashwatthama, he wanted to take revenge of this insult. So he's thinking, I cannot harm Pandavas because they are under shelter of Krishna. He's always protecting them. But I want to kill the descendant of Pandavas. Because Pandavas is going to die after a while. But if descendant of Pandavas also like Pandavas, then we can't conquer Pandavas at all. Never ever. Just like Indra came to destroy the womb of what's her name? No. Prahlad Maharaj's mother? Kayadu. Indra came to destroy the womb of Kayadu. Why? Because Indra is thinking we cannot do anything to Hiranyakashipu. But his descendant is also taking birth. That means it's been generation after generation, they're all going to become a great demons, and we demigods can never have any rights. We are going to lose all the rights. So better first kill the descendant. Acting smart. And here also, Ashwatthama, he shoot a Brahmastra to Uttara. And Uttara, she prayed to Krishna, Pahi Mam, help me, help me. So Krishna has alternatives. He could have told Arjun, shoot Brahmastra and bring them back towards you, or can destroy with his chakra. Why he didn't apply his chakra there? You're very fond of chakra every time to save your devotees. But this time Krishna chose some other means. He entered in the womb of Uttara. Imagine. That's the nature of our Lord. He never maintains his high profile. He's very down to earth and is so simple personality. He's so humble. So humble because he is beyond three modes of nature. So he never keep high head. He's always very low, maintaining his profile. Entered in the womb of mother is a very good place to go. Blood, urine, mucus, all impurities there. Krishna didn't care. He entered in the womb of Mother Uttara. For what reason? To save the boy, he could have done from outside. What is that he can't do? But he wanted to see, so restless to see the descendant of Arjun, my Pandavas. Parikshit Maharaj. I want to see him. How my descendant of my dear Pandavas are. Bhakta Vatsal, affectionate, so much affectionate for his devotees. And with his club, he destroyed the Brahmastra. Commentators, Acharya described, the boy was already burned with a Brahmastra. But Krishna showered his soothing, merciful glance and gave a new life to this boy, Parikshit. Okay. So that's why I was saying other day, he has tadatme, oneness with Krishna. Krishna said, Parikshit Maharaj. And then he said, Pandavas, I'm going to go now to Dwarika. I'm staying here for long. And Dwarka Vasis, inhabitants of Dwarka, they are waiting and longing for me. I have to go. Yudhishthir came forward. Krishna, please don't go. We are not satisfied yet. And because Yudhishthir is elder brother, Krishna cannot say no to him. He said, okay. And he stayed 1 more month. Said, okay, now I'm going. Then Bhim came forward. Krishna, please don't go. We are not satisfied. Just be with us. Krishna cannot say no to him. He's also elder brother. Krishna is Yudhishthir Maharaj so dear to Krishna. So dear that once Naradji came in the palace, we heard in detail about Naradji yesterday. He can go anywhere. Free access. Even to offenders. Even to bhaktas. Anywhere. Naradji came to Yudhishthir Maharaj and said, Yudhishthir, come with me. I want to show you something. So Narad took him to the window and he made Yudhishthira Maharaj saw rishis and sadhus are standing in a queue outside his palace. You know why they're standing here? Yudhishthira Maharaj said, maybe someone in the palace distributing some blankets or some food, some sweet rice, some puris, pakoras. Narad said, no. They are standing here to have one glimpse of that Supreme Krishna who is residing with you in your palace. They're just waiting outside. We can get just one glimpse of Krishna. And they're waiting all day long. And that Krishna is just like your younger brother. And you are just eating together, sleeping together. Any free movements in your palace. How glorious are you? Yudhishthira and Vishnu Chakra Thakur describe, Na tu Prahlad Grehe par Brahm Vasati. Krishna never reside in the house of Prahlad Maharaj. But Pandavas, Krishna is residing with you in your house, in your palace. So I spoke Hari Katha to you. I expect some donation from you. Krishna told Yudhishthira, some donation. He said, whatever you want. I can give you my kingdom. Imagine. We can't give our house to someone, right? What is this? A preacher came. It's very nice, Bhagavat Katha. And when the preacher is going, Shravan, can you give me your house? Maharaj, what are you saying? Where are we going to go? So Yudhishthira Maharaj said, yes, I can give you my palace, my kingdom. Narad said, I don't want this. I'm going to ask donation what I want, not what you want to give me. Okay, then go ahead. Then Naraji said, can you tell that Krishna, who acting as your younger brother, to come here and keep his lotus hand on my head? I only want this. The best donation. Yudhishthira said, what's a great deal with that? Krishna, just come here. And Krishna came to Yudhishthira Maharaj. Yes. Can you place your hand on the head of Narad? Krishna said, if you're saying, of course. Always obedient. And Yudhishthira Maharaj is acting as elder brother. And Krishna keep his hand on the head of Naraji, and Narad in ecstasy. Gayan village acharena sangaha. Hasati rodati rohati gayanti anandvan nirtanti lokabhajya. Start dancing. Crying and weeping, rolling on the ground. And Yudhishthira Maharaj is wondering, what is this? Krishna is eating with us, sleeping with us. We don't get these symptoms. Then he understood the glories of Naraji. He's so superior. We don't get those symptoms. How glorious is Yudhishthira Maharaj? Who is Yudhishthira Maharaj? Dharmaraj. You want to hear the story? The curse of Dharmaraj. Yamraj. This story is about curse. There was a king who got some, what do you call it? His wealth got stolen. Some theft happened. And guards are running here there to find a thief. And they saw a rishi, Mandup Rishi, sitting in meditation. And the guard said, oh, you thief, pretending to be a sadhu. You thief, you pretending to be a sadhu. Acha? We're going to take you. And they arrest him and took him to the king. He is the one who stole all your wealth. King said, I'm going to punish him, but not in seclusion. In front of all my subjects tomorrow. I want everyone to see this. Who goes against me, what is the consequence? So next day, king ordered him in front of everyone, subject to death, not less than that. And in those days, subject to death means, if a king give this order, subject to death means, the criminal person has to sit on a very sharp-edged sphere. Sphere sphere, sorry. A sphere. They put a person sit on that sphere. And you know what happens? 2 parts. That's a sentence to death. Yeah. Terrible, huh? Mandu Rishi, because he was very powerful and he was not the victim. So, when he was being kept on the sphere, he was not even touching, he was floating in the air. Floating in the air. And that was a surprise to the king. My goodness, I think we did offense to a rishi. King came running. I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. Maybe my guards, they did some mistake. Mandu Rishi said, that's my insult, but I'm not going to punish you. I'm going to punish one who inspire everyone for the punishment. I'm going to go Yamaraj and Jampuri. So he went to Yamaraj in Jampuri. Hey Yamaraj, you are Dharmaraj. You established dharma. Why I got this insult? For what sin I've done in my life? Can you tell me? And Yamaraj said, yes, when you were a small boy, you used to take thorns and putting behind insects in their back. And because of that, to every action, there's equal and opposite reaction. This was your punishment. Mandu Rishi became angry. Yamaraj, Dharmaraj, you don't have understanding. Don't you know this is not the rules? Young ones, they are not mature. They're innocent. And there is no offense for whatever they do. And many other things, he said. So, you are at fault. And because I got insult in front of everyone, I'm going to curse you. May you become a king and may you become a Shudra. A king and Shudra. Why this curse? Because Shudra, a low caste person, he can't worship Krishna. He's so busy in working day and night, maintaining himself, his family. Shudra. And one who laments for just ordinary things, that's Shudra. May you become a Shudra. And may you become a king, because king has so much opulence, he has no time to worship. He's busy enjoying his life. So much opulence and luxuries are around him. So Yamaraj became as Yudhishthir Maharaj and Vidura. But because Yamaraj is one of the Mahajans, the 12 great devotees of the Lord, Swayambhu, Narad, Shambhu, Kumar, Kapila, Manu, Prahlad, Janaka, Bhishma, Bali, Vaisaki, Vayam. They're 12 pure devotees. And one of them is Yamaraj, the king of death. If anyone curse the pure devotees, they accept that curse, but the curse can't affect their bhakti. Because Kaunteya Pratijani, with this formula, Name Bhakta Parnashyati, my devotee never perish. So even though Yamaraj became Yudhishthir Maharaj and Vidura, no harm to their bhakti. They are equally dedicated. Vidura is so close and dear to Krishna. And same Yudhishthir Maharaj too. So, Shamandu, to finish. Yeah, because we have a drama. Because I'm coming to an important subject which need a lot of time. I will continue tomorrow. We have 2 more classes, so I think we can finish first canto before I leave by Monday. Tomorrow is program at New Shiva Sangam. I'll continue. There are many other beautiful pastimes with some tattva and siddhanta and some ras vichar in there. And then Monday is the conclusion here, right? Monday's conclusion. And Tuesday I'm going to go, which island? Maui. Yeah. बोलो श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की जय, श्री सुखदेव गोस्वामी की जय, श्री परीक्षित महाराज की, कृष्ण द्वैपायन वेद व्यास जी की हिताई गौर प्रेमानंदे। Come, drama players, they're going to do here. Come.
I don't really know the script. That's okay. We'll go over what time.
Esse deixasse de ser again, it's probably your body's not there. There's no big problem just beginning to the end. Usually it's
Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, I think we're good now. Hey, Hare Krishna. I see some faces that I don't recognize, so welcome. My name is Alok Vrindavandas, and we always try to engage the children. And so tonight we're going to be putting on a drama play, and the play is the story of Gokarna and Dundakari. Going in and out. But Gokarna and Dundakari is the story for tonight, which glorifies the Srimad Bhagavatam. So you guys can push on in if you like. I hope you enjoy it. Hold on, Raj, and do it. He's going to come sit by me. Yeah, so you guys all ready? Okay, so here we go. Thank you again for coming. 5,000 years ago, while Lord Krishna's feet still walked on this earth, there was an assembly, 80,000 sages. Hello? 80,000 sages assembled on the banks of the Gomati River in a forest named Naimisarana. They knew that once the Supreme Lord Krishna left this world, a darker age would entangle the people and choke the land. This age is called Kali Yuga. In this Kali age, people will abandon reason and quarrel and fight for nonsensical reasons. Those preaching religion will do so in order to build themselves palaces instead of temples in the hearts of the people. Men will let the vice of greed grip their hearts, while women, who were once bastions of love and purity, will forget what love is and replace it with vanity. Even the king will become a thief who has shaken off his cloak of shadow and brazenly steals in broad daylight. The sages were anxious about such a time and desperately asked, "This age will soon be upon us. What can we do? How can we be protected?" Then, like a cooling breeze, a saint named Sutta Goswami entered the assembly. The sages immediately asked him, "How can our auspiciousness be assured? Please tell us what to do." As all of us here today sit in this age of Kali, we too have similar questions. Sutta Goswami responded thus: "Listen to the Srimad Bhagavatam and practice the instructions given within. Establish your life in the teachings of the Bhagavatam. Make it your shelter, and Kali Yuga cannot trouble you." Trying to take that shelter, we wish to share one story that glorifies this very Srimad Bhagavatam. Our hope is that by doing so, we can please those preaching this Bhagavatam and solidify its importance in our life. So let us begin. Once upon a time, in the south of India, there lived a Brahmin couple named Atmadev and Dunduli.
Oh, Vidu, we are past the age of 50 and have no children. Have I not taken care of all of our household needs, or you give our money as donation? Do I ever complain? We lived a busy and fruitful life. Why, husband, would you like to add a burden to that life? Oh, Dunduli, children are the truest fruit of a loving relationship. I'm afraid that our relationship is only karma, and that love has flown far from its branches. Can we not try to water its parched roots? You, husband, are a good man, a little overly romantic, but good. But this quest for a child is just not practical at our age. Let us live the remainder of our lives in peace. Forget this fostering. A man of your age should just enjoy what time you have left. Now, I must get back to my garden. It does not clean itself. What a desert my life has become. Without the waters of love, what can sustain my dry heart? It is better that I leave this body. Dunduli, you have been a good wife, but I'm leaving and will not return.
That's nice, dear. I'll make you some sliced halibut for when you get home.
Bravo, 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 bravo. Atmadev, dejected and unhappy, due to not having a child, left his home. With his mind overcome by grief, he traveled for weeks without food or water. He journeyed with the intention of leaving his body at the very lake where his father had taken him as a youth. Atmadev found the beautiful lake, drank one handful of water, then lay in the shade of a tree to leave his body.
Oh, Shankarji, I have failed my dharma in this life. I'm therefore requesting you watch over me as I leave this body.
Just then, a beautiful sage with otherworldly qualities entered the grove by the lake.
Oh, Amade, we're very weak. Please, take some more water. Do not give up quite yet. Oh, best gentleman, what great worries there in your heart cause you grief. You know all religious practices, and yet something is tormenting you. Please tell me.
Oh, sage, you are so beautiful. You must be the same Shankarji who has come to rid me of this body. My ancestors have all sacrificed so much so that I can live. But I have failed to repay them by having a child to carry on the lineage. My home has no life. It has become like a painted corpse. My cow is barren. My wife, who I once held with the receptacle of my love, gives more care and attention to her garden than she ever has to me. Therefore requesting, watch over me as I leave this body.
Amade, I can see a fate written on your forehead. This life was not meant for you to have a child. It was meant for charity and spiritual life. A child will come in your next life. Let this be enough.
Fie on my fate! If a child will come in my next life, let me hasten to that time. Or, if you are my shepherd, change my fate so that I find peace in this life.
Playing with fate is very dangerous. Great kings like Sagara and Chitraketu have suffered from such meddling. I can only predict heartbreak if I grant you this boon.
My heart is broken now. Can you not soothe it, even if it only delays the inevitable?
Very well. Take this fruit to your wife. Have her eat it. For anyone who eats this fruit will have a son. But listen carefully. In order to avoid any misfortune from having this child, your wife must vow a vow for 1 year. In this vow, she may only speak the truth, behave with only goodness, and eat only once a day. Do you understand?
Yes, yes. Thank you. You've saved my miserable life.
We shall see.
Dunduli, I'm back! I have great news! Oh, husband, I'm glad you're back. But you've been gone for weeks, and it has been quite inconvenient. Also, the holiday I made for you, I had to feed it to the cow. Forget all that. This fruit holds the answers to all of our prayers. If you eat it, you'll be blessed with a child. Please, do so quickly, so we may mend this gulf in our life. One more thing. For the next year, you must never lie. Eat only once a day and behave with only goodness. Do you understand?
Oh, sister, was that your husband I just heard? And did I overhear him talking about a magical fruit?
Indeed it was, sister.
Indeed you did.
Oh, that's great.
Your husband has always wanted a son, and my husband and I are pregnant with our ninth child. Finally, a cousin they can play with. Oh, sister, why do you look so unhappy?
I can't have a child. I mean, I'm 50, and I'm so busy. Like with my garden and cooking and taking care of our cow.
Can you imagine how hard it would be for me to do my chores with a pregnant belly? And what about the vow? I cannot lie. I lie all the time. And I can only eat once a day? What am I, a Shudra?
Oh, Gingerly, you have always been quite independent. Maybe this is a good opportunity to put that aside and create a bond with your husband and your son.
I have a better idea. What if, and hear me out, an anonymous donation finds its way to your house? I know your husband has been struggling to provide for the last few years. What if he never had to work again?
You would do that? What's the catch?
No catch. You're pregnant, right? What about we just raise your son in my house and we can pretend he's mine?
No, definitely not.
You can see him anytime. You can still play with his siblings and your family would never want for money again.
I love you. And as you're my older sister, I will do as you ask. But no, I see only calamity from this plan.
What should I do with this? Feed it to the cow for all I care.
She really loves gardening.
Sunduli's sister carried the child to term, but she also carried guilt, resentment, and anger for making the deal that she did. So when the boy was born, she quickly handed it off to her sister Sunduli. Atmadev was thrilled. Finally, he had a son. But the joy was short-lived. The boy would scream and urinate every time the Brahmin would hold him. He would break things, spit his food on the floor, and would be found laughing while holding a small dead rodent in his hands. Dejected, Atmadev took a walk in his courtyard to find some peace. Just then, he heard a strange giggling sound. His cow was curled up around a beautiful human baby boy. Atmadev lifted him up. The boy was peaceful, smiled, and quickly fell asleep in the Brahmin's arms. Atmadev named him Gokarna, for this child had one strange feature, the ears of a cow. Months previously, the cow had been given the blessed fruit, and inadvertently had followed the instructions given by the Siddha. As cows cannot speak, it spoke no lies. As cows are good-natured, it never did anything wicked. And as was normal, they only fed it one large scoop of hay a day. Atmadev raised both children as his own. Yet as they grew, the difference between their temperaments could not be more clear, as you will see.
Hey, long ears! What are you reading?
It is a paper by our tutors on the philosophy of the self.
Not only are you so ugly, but you are such a dork. No wonder why you have no friends.
At least I don't have to pay for mine.
Knock it off, you two. Don't do cards. You're going to be late for archery practice. Go grab your bow, and remember.
I know. No shooting my instructor.
You're such a good boy. Now go say goodbye to your father.
Money! Now!
Father, you seem sad. Please, tell me how I can help.
Oh, son, you are the one good thing I've left in his life. Having no child can cause a man great pain. Having a wicked child can be even worse.
Oh, Father, this mundane existence is worthless. It causes misery and delusion to men. These designations of husband, wife, son only cause us to be bound in attachment to false identity. Even Indra, Lord of Heaven, does not have real happiness. What to speak of a sweet but naive Brahmin? Oh, Father, only those who are detached and focused on the Atman, the true self, have happiness. So give up your attachments, yes, even me, and go to the forest. You already know.
I know in my heart that you are right. And as you've been only a boon in my life, I will do as you say. Thank you for everything.
Mother, now that Father has been gone for quite a while, I think it is time that I am recognized as the man of the house.
I don't know what you mean by that. You're still young and we don't know your father.
I need you to do two things right now. One, shut your damn mouth! And two, show me where the house full of money is. And after that, you can go jump in a well for all I care.
Send your card? Sweetums? I don't know what game you're playing, but I don't understand it.
Can I stutter? Now go get my money! I want it!
Sure, brave to be kind. But where are all the things you promised us? Yeah, friend. You promised us nice clothes and nice dreams.
Don't hurry. Let me just go grab some food for us. I promise. You'll receive everything you deserve.
You really think we need to give us all the things you promised? Not a chance. I mean, who treats their mommy like that? I think we need to intend to see their clothes and rob us some night. Now that it's going to be all this money, I think we should do them a favor and leave Mother's Spirit. And the leave Mother's life. Good plan.
Ready? Anyone?
The wicked Dundakari was killed, and because of his atrocious nature and attachments, took on the subtle body of a ghost. In that body he was racked with hunger and thirst, but could not quench either, nor could he enjoy any of his senses, as they were inadequate for such things. He was bound to his home, and would throw things at passerbys, and taunt them with foul language. Meanwhile, Gokarna was returning home from a trip to the local holy places. The villagers told him, "Don't go to your house. There's a ghost there which will kill you." Gokarna replied, "I don't fear anyone." Chanting Bhagavan's names, he went inside the house.
Long-eared, snot-faced, stool-breath, horse-giver, get out of here! This is my house!
You seem angry, Spirit. Take this holy water and be pacified.
Wow. Thank you. That is the first thing that has soothed me since my death.
Now may I ask you who you are and why you are here?
Can you not recognize your own brother? It is me, Dundakari. I was murdered and robbed by the very friends that I planned to murder and rob.
That checks out. Now why are you here?
I cannot leave, and every day I am filled with great pain and anguish. I know that I've always treated you ill, brother, but please, if there is something you can do to help me, I will try anything.
Tomorrow is an auspicious day. I will invite all the local villagers to recite the Bhagavatam for 7 days. At the end of these 7 days, if you listen with full faith and full attention, you will be liberated from your painful ghost form.
But brother, in this ghost form, my senses do not work properly. Even now, I can barely hear you. How will I be able to listen to your recital?
I'll place a piece of sacred bamboo here. There's a small place of air in each knot of the bamboo. Recite there, and you'll be able to sit and hear properly for the entire time.
Yes, brother, I will. Thank you. And to be honest, I was always kind of jealous of your ears. They are handsome on you.
And so Gokarna invited all the villagers to his home. He began reciting the Bhagavatam, while Dundakari resided in the sacred bamboo. After each day, one knot would explode, and Dundakari would move up to the next knot. At the conclusion of the recital, the bamboo exploded, standing there with Dundakari in a divine form, adorned with great beauty.
Oh, brother, you have kindly freed me from the suffering of this ghost body and wicked temperament. The account of the Lord in the Srimad Bhagavatam is indeed blessed. This recitation can reduce all sins to ash. The body is said to be an aggregate of sinews, bones, marrow, flesh, and blood. It has so many attachments to this world, which can lead to confusion and ultimately a broken heart. Those who do not hear these holy scriptures are born to live and die only like bubbles in water. I shall now go to my Lord in Vaikuntha. All glories to you, O Gokarna, and all glories to this merciful Srimad Bhagavatam.
O Gokarna, us audience members have also listened to this Bhagavatam. Why then are we too not liberated?
If we wish to be liberated, we must listen with full faith and full attention. I can only speak for myself to say, though I have faith, my attention was distracted by concern for my brother. Now that we know this, let us try again. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
हरि बोल बोलो भागवत महापुराण की श्री गोकर्ण की. It's a wonderful pastime from the Puranas describing the glories of 7 days Bhagavad Katha, which can deliver even those who are in ghostly form, ghostly existence. Srimad Bhagavatam is such a powerful, as we just saw, Dhundakari. What was his activities? You can take your veil off now. Yes. How Dhundakari, he was beating his mother and was having all ill intentions. But what Srimad Bhagavatam can't do, can deliver everyone. Anyone who come in contact with a pure devotee like Gokarna. Gokarna is so knowledgeable from the very birth, because he got blessed with that fruit given by a sannyasi, by that sage. So the drama players were very sharp and they're very fluent in recitation of those, what do you call, dialogues. They are so expert. But I want all of you to also read Bhagavatam every day. There's the benediction. There's the blessings from all the Vaishnavas here. Your parents, your uncles, your grandfather, and everyone. All the Vaishnavas, we all requesting, praying to Shri Gurudev to bless all of you so that the meaning and purport of Bhagavatam can come in your heart, and every day recite one verse, because there is some Gotundakari sometimes and most of the time enters in our body too. Not a ghost, but the mood of Dhundakari. So, if we want to be positive all the time, to counteract all the negativities which is around us, which is present in the environment, the best means is to read Srimad Bhagavatam, one verse every day. Yes? And I know you all learn some verses, right? I want to give a surprise to everyone. They just learned. Yes. They learned 2 verses in 2 days. Good man. Where's the mic? Tomorrow? Day after?
No, today.
Today? The sign is active. Okay. The sign. Grab the mic. So because Dhundakari, he heard Srimad Bhagavatam from Gokarna, immediately he learned that. Okay, what you learned from Gokarna? Tell us.
The mic on?
Yes.
Okay. Just say the verses?
Yeah.
Okay. Aham eva sameva nanyadya sarasakaram pasharaham yadetatsa yo shishyeta swasnyam.
Next.
Vite ardam yatpatiye napratiye jatmani tad vidyaratmano mayam yata baso yatatamaha.
Very good. Big clap. So, my endeavors, successful. In 2 days, 2 verses. We have 2 more days. And I want to leave by teaching you Chaturshloki Bhagavatam, the 4 verses of Bhagavatam. If anyone recites those verses, 4 verses every day, that's like equal to recitation of complete 18,000 verses Bhagavatam. So these 4 verses, okay? 2 more days to learn. And on Monday evening, day after tomorrow, 4 verses along with dancing. Srimad Bhagavatam Mahapurana ki. I want Gopa Prabhu to speak a few words on this, please. Words of blessings to everyone.
Continue.
Well, most of you know I have no qualification to say much, except that I'm the grandfather of half the caste. The story of Dhundakari and Gokarna is taken from Padma Purana. There in Padma Purana, there are numerous chapters which are called Bhagavat Mahatmya, means the glorification of Srimad Bhagavatam, from Padma Purana. In this way, all the Puranas glorify Srimad Bhagavatam, and Bhagavatam, and the story of Bhagavatam comes wonderfully true here in the story of Gokarna and his family. Ultimately, I'm not sure if it was clear in the play, but ultimately, Dhundakari was released from the bamboo stalk that he was encased in because he listened with such great desperation to Srimad Bhagavatam. He hung on every word. He was like sweating at the armpits. He was so determined to hear because his ghost body was horrific to him. It was a desperate failure for him in his life. So he was so anxious that he heard every word, and he actually went to Vaikuntha. But at the end, what happens is that Gokarna asks, well, what about the rest of the community that was here in Srimad Bhagavatam with him? And the Vaikuntha representatives, the Vishnu Dutas, told Gokarna he was the only one that heard with such great attention and in desperation hung on every word. If everyone else comes back together again, as the story alluded to, and hears with that as much attention and as much devotion as Dundakari heard, then the entire village will be liberated. Go to Vaikuntha. So this also occurs within the framework of this story of Dundakari, Gokarna, their family, and especially Bhagavat Saptaha, or 7 days of Srimad Bhagavatam.
And this drama was Golok production. Golok and Kanupriya production. Golok Prabhu ki jai. Always the best. In New Braj, every year, some new dramas. And I always give him a challenge. Prabhu, you have to do this. And he's always successful in all the challenges. So this was the best drama. And the first time I'm seeing drama of Dhundukari and Gopal. Very nice. Golok production ki jai. Gurudev ki jai.
Haribol, Hare Krishna. So very quickly, Puranga and Jamuna, their child here, do some small ceremonies with Maharaj. So they can bring them here, Maharaj? To bring here, Puranga Prabhu.
Getting on this? Give me one chair. One chair. For me. And you both take one more asana. Both sit one more asana. Okay, this ceremony is called Ruchi Pariksha. So, when a child takes birth, the ceremony called first grain ceremony, which we done earlier in my previous visit. And in this visit, this is called Ruchi Pariksha, means how the child going to be in the future. So, it's called Ruchi Pariksha. And some we're going to keep money, Bhagavatam scriptures, a knife, a dollar, and we keep the baby free to choose to touch whatever he or she wants. So let's see what she's going to pick up. Money? There's a dollar.
The money.
Yeah,
should it be coins? Coins? Should it be shiny coins or should it be play for money? It should be coins. Should be coins.
Should be coins. Mobile phone.
Coins.
It's very important.
Coins.
You have your phone in here? You have your phone? What does anyone have your phone?
I have quarters. $1. There should be something shiny. Brings coins. I got it.
See, Uncle brought $20. money, foreign dollars. Okay. Cartons? Yeah, cartons. Okay, leave her. Okay, leave her now.
Okay, go.
Hello.
No more.
One pick, whatever you want.
What you want?
Let's see. Oh, good man. I'm giving to father. Yeah. Oh. Hey, what about me? Money. She's going to be big business lady. She's going to be big business. Again, she's working the dollar. For me.
Yeah, give Maharaj. Give Maharaj.
Very nice. Darling daughter, she's going to be big business and give all money to, but dad only, not to mother, only to dad. That's good one. Okay, with lots of money, she's going to print books. Srimad Bhagavat and Bhagavad Gita, and she's going to distribute all the devotees. Again, money.
Just what she told you.
We're going to decide some mantras now. That's a good beauty correction. That's a good examination. With money, she's going to print Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, and then she's going to distribute to everyone, make devotees. Yeah. Yes. Purva Didi ki. Okay, and also his birthday. Come here. Happy birthday, Gokarna. Sit down. Together, huh? Om Swasti no Govindaha Swasti no Chutananto Swasti no Vasudevo Vishnu Dadatu Swasti no Velte Hari Swasti na Padmanabha Purushottomo Dadatu Swasti Swasti Sumangalai Kesho Mahan Shri Krishna Satchidanandhanaha Sarveshwareshwaro Dadatu Krishna Karotu Kalyanam Kansa Kunja Keshari Kalindi Jalpalola Kulahala Kutuhala Madhva Madhvavachihi Madhva Madhuridihi Smaranti Sarvaha Sarvakaryeshu Madhvam Lavastesham Jayastesham Tuthastesham Parabhava Yesham Indrivarashamo Hidayastu Janardana Mangalam Bhagwan Vishnu Mangalam Madhusudana Mangalam Rishikeshwaya Mangala Ayatanu Harihi Om Namo Bhagavate Tubhyam Purushaya Mahatmane Haryadvut Singaya Brahmane Paramatmane Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Sadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Everyone, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. One more time, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this was a samskar ceremony used to happen in Vedic system. With a child, you have freedom to choose whatever, and that shows what the child going to be, what's going to be his or her inclination towards. So money making, very good. Om Swastihi 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 Mangalam Bhavatu Kalyanam Bhavatu Krishna Bhakti Bhavatu Radha Dasyam Bhavatu Guru Seva Guru Bhakti Bhavatu. Clapping for them. Hare Krishna. Okay.
you so much for this ceremony. Now we're going to have a quick aarti and then followed by a travel.